Hi everyone, welcome back to Stationeers Venus. I forgot that I was making medium filters. What do I need? Iron. Where's my iron? Of course it's in this machine. Um, yep, so we just left off. I was gonna just do a few housekeeping duties before I started the video, but I thought, nah, I'll give you guys the full tour, the full experience. Which is just me making a filter and emptying some waste tanks. But yeah, I'm gonna hopefully make some serious serious progress towards that advanced furnace this episode. So it should be a good one. You get to see my setup. I know you can go on. There's lots of tutorial videos on YouTube and so on, and you have these elaborate setups. What I'm going to be showing everyone is a very simple setup, like my setup. Basically, I didn't find the advanced furnace tutorial videos. I didn't find the advanced furnace tutorial videos on YouTube, the ones I could find anyway. I didn't actually find them all that useful. People were encasing them in frames and doing all sorts of crazy stuff with them. What I'm going to show everyone is a very simple kind of manual setup that I go for with an advanced furnace, and hopefully it's going to be very, very helpful for people to those people who are still like scared of the advanced furnace and just thinking, oh, it's too complicated. So I'll just show you what I'm doing, and hopefully people can kind of learn the furnace a bit better that way. So there we go. So my setup is one that's what I use on Venus, basically. It's a really, really simple setup. For other planets, you're going to have to do something a bit more elaborate. So the temperature of this should be dropped right down now. Whoa, negative 2.7. I'm about to pile some very hot oxygen in there, though, which is fine. I'm not going to fully empty these. I'm just going to partial empty to save time. I don't need to... there's not much difference between 0 and 37 kilopascals. It's all pretty much the same. And we get the last one out. I do want to fill my oxygen tank very quickly. What's in here? Na. Good. What have we got this to? Negative 2 degrees. I didn't actually heat it up at all. But this is actually fine. I'm putting a ton of super cold oxygen in here, which will get the temperature down to about 10 degrees, I imagine. This is going to drop my CO2 temperature as well. Let's quickly check on that first. 11 degrees. It's going to be a lot lower than 11. Okay, so we're just going to open this valve. Greenhouse temperature 34.8. The wall cooler is on. I have to remember that. I don't want to freeze my plants. So yeah, that's like the little housekeeping duties you have to do every now and again. You have to. Oh God, I badly want to move this. Well, I'll chuck this in here first and just get some oxygen in there. 20 degrees exactly. Yeah, I can live with that. And we'll swap that out. We'll chuck this in here. And this will drop in temperature because the temperature didn't go down anywhere near as much as I thought it would. Is this still evacuating? Yeah, it's still evacuating. Still like 500 moles of negative 3 degree oxygen in there. That should cool this down, which in turn should cool this down. It's not cooling. Oh, this is not on. Oh gosh, why does that keep happening to me? Okay, so I just want the cold oxygen to mix with the hot oxygen and give me. I really want to get this pipe down. It'll go down actually on its own as it feels. This is perfectly fine. I don't need to waste much more time on this. What did my carbon dioxide come down to? 6.7. It's still filling. Yeah, it's still filling. So I've got minus degree CO2. So when I do gas swaps, I got to be very careful not to freeze the plants closest to my wall cooler because it'll get icy in there. I'm going to let this temperature just slowly rise, I think. So this is me manually managing everything because I am planning another big gas swap. I want to get all the oxygen out of there before the percentage of CO2 drops a little too low. Okay, so I want this like really hot. want this like 45 degrees, and then I want to do a gas swap. And I'm going to go in there for that. Yeah. Okay, so now we've got all the housekeeping out of the way. It took about 5 minutes to do all that. We can get back to the task at hand, which is the getting the advanced furnace set up. Now, I want an atmospheric, so I want to get this air conditioner in place first. So let's just make a atmospherics. Gold and copper, where are they? Of course, they're in my electroprint. This is just the spacing out part, basically. It's just trying to get everything spaced correctly, because I don't know. I don't. You don't want to start ripping up. You don't want to start charging large batteries and then ripping them up again. Not that it would matter, because all my batteries are max at the moment. Atmospherics take ages. Let's fix some battery power while we're here. They're actually maxed. I could probably do something with. Oh, that's a large battery. I had no idea there was a large battery in this drill. I'm happy about it though. What about my angle grinder? I don't use that very often. I can switch that out. This can be on all the time, honestly. It just makes it easier. My atmospheric's done yet? Yeah, it is. I don't want 2 of them. Well, I mean, I could do 2 of them. I could have like 4 or 16 air conditioners creating the ultimate heat tank, but I'm not going to be doing that. So I'm going to be putting an air conditioner down. I don't want to change this to filtration or anything like that. And it's going to go on this square here, and this is all going to be wall and enclosed in my base. It's actually going to slowly cool down my base. I'm not doing it to cool down my base. I'm doing it to gain heat. Now, this is the waste pipe here, this one that juts out the side, and that's going to need to connect to this thing here. The 2 ins and outs are going to connect to passive vents. One probably on this square and one on this square somewhere. I might chuck it on the side of my airlock if it's not getting in the way of my airlock stuff, which I still need to finish, by the way. I kind of want to just place that there so I knew what I was doing. It's kind of like placing stuff to space stuff out correctly. It may seem like I'm not getting anything done, but I'm actually going to save my time later on, because just a matter of hooking everything up at the end is fairly easy. So the power is going to go in here. The out is going to come out there. There's going to be a power controller here. I got to keep this in mind, making sure I got enough space for my pipes. And yeah, there's a pipe that's going to connect somewhere on this wall, and one that's going to somehow wrap around, I'm not even sure how, and get onto this wall here. I might even just put the passive vent on this square. I like to have the passive vents on different squares. I'm not sure they're as effective if they're on the same square. One thing I've forgotten to do though is I've forgotten to rip up these frames. I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 iron frames in here. Everything else is steel. And these all need to be airtighted. That's another thing that needs to happen. I can't start running an air conditioner until they're all airtighted. I'm going to just get that done now so I don't have floating. What am I doing? I'm just going to get that done right now so I don't have floating stuff around the place. Good thing I just fixed my angle grinder stuff. I'm honestly going to just replace these 2 here and these 2 here. So just 4 of them, and I'll probably rip them up. I think I've got steel frames underneath this landing pad. Yeah, I'll just replace steel frames that are underneath the landing pad with those. I am going to need some steel sheets, a lot of steel sheets, like 30 or so. So while I'm ripping stuff up, I'm going to make some steel sheets. Where's my steel? Oh, I've got some right here. Fantastic. Great. Let's just pump these out. They print pretty fast actually, so I don't have infinite time. But I do want to get all these resources off the ground, especially since I'm about to rip this frame out. I don't want it falling in the dirt. Now it doesn't matter. This machine is not going to be like damaged or anything. It's not going to fall through the ground or anything like that. Things happily float in midair in this game. I don't play like that. Well, that's not an angle grinder. I kind of play as if there is structural integrity, but I will let things float every now and again just out of convenience. So I don't want those 2 there. They're racking up nicely. And I don't want these 2 here. because they need to be air-tighted, air-tightened. air, air, they both need to be airtight. Yeah, I don't know how to talk. So yeah, this battery is now floating magically in midair. You know, I'm not gonna leave it floating in midair like that. Uh, I'm just getting these frames out of the way. Okay, so I'm gonna be putting them underneath my landing pad. Whoops. How many have I got of these? 24? Honestly, oh, too late. I need to make an even number. I don't need to, I just want to. We'll go with 26 for now, and then we'll see how close we are after that. So yeah, I need to get some steel frames in there. I only needed those 4, I believe. If I find more iron frames... Wait, is that iron or steel? It doesn't matter. They're airtight. They're fine. It was just that I'm out of iron sheets. I think I'm gonna have to go check on that. I may be ripping stuff up for no reason, but I'm just gonna rip up 4 of these. The 4 most hardest to find frames. Let's go 1, 2, yeah, 3, and the ones that are not visible. I don't like the fact that some frames look different to others. Not that I notice. I don't even. I don't even notice when my weather station is yellow, so it probably won't bother me. It will when I watch myself play later on. Okay, we'll just grab these 4. It's not a big deal. I could remove the whole lot of them and just have a floating landing pad if I really wanted to. I'm not going to do that, because that's really just no. It's just no. I'm just gonna. There we go. And let's just get those welded back up again. So all fixed. Come on. Just be sure when you're doing stuff like this not to weld the frame you're currently sitting inside. That's bad. That's really bad. Well, it has ended badly for me anyway. I've done it before. And I got very damaged. Oh, I actually think I killed myself. I can't remember, honestly, whether it was just extremely bad damage or whether it was instant death. But it ended badly. Those 2 are done. Let's get these 2 in. No more floating machine. And yeah. I honestly need to airtight these. So I'm gonna airtight them now because I've got all those extra steel sheets. I'm just gonna work my way towards my atmospherics airtighting as I go. What? Oh, there's dirt in here. That needs to be drilled up. Oh, yuck. The stuff you don't really realize until you fill these in. Okay, I need to get rid of the dirt. Yeah, we'll do this systematically. I don't want to miss a frame. Now, they're already airtight, even though I probably am going to just leave that as a service corridor, so they didn't need to be airtight. This is how close is my 26? Yeah, it's not going to be enough. 3, 4, 5, 6. How many more do I need? Exactly 6. Exactly that back line, and that's it. My floors will be airtight. I'm going to do that right now because it's. I'm afraid I'll forget. I've done that before. I've tried to air condition a base that had a hole in it. I've tried vacuuming a base, creating a vacuum room when there was like missing windows or floors that were incomplete. And usually it happens when I do that. I go, oh, I'll do the rest later, and then I don't do it later. All right, yeah, I've sat there wall cooling, air conditioning a room with a hole in it, wondering why is it not going down, and just wasted a ton of power. So we're going to avoid that calamity right now by getting this finished off. Oh god, my welder battery got wrecked. You can see it on the left there. If I closed all these down, what is it, tilled? Yeah. That's actually the battery there. It's in the yellow. It's not even in the green, it's in the yellow. Oh god, now I want all these windows back up again. Okay, there we go, all good. So yeah, this is looking all airtight. I need to still slap a wall here or somewhere. Probably right there. And I need to slap walls 1, 2, 3, 4 there. So I need, yeah, I need some walls. I need like 5 or 6 walls. I'll probably finish this wall off as well. I want to get a monitor up here. Yeah, I'm going to need a lot more walls because I'm going to start also, yeah, double lining some of these walls just to make it easier. Okay, what was I doing? I want to actually just quickly deal with this welder battery. It's at 70%. Okay, I got sidetracked in the middle there. I didn't want to place machines down while with on frames that I was going to move. And in the process of doing that, I noticed all this dirt is too high, so I'm just gonna drill that away. Actually, there might have been resources trapped in there. I'm gonna try and block that out of my mind. I'm just walking around, making sure there's no ugly dirt available. I'll actually know if I have resources trapped once I get the sensor lenses. Okay, back to the task at hand. We want the atmospherics kit. We want a bunch of pipes. Getting there, getting there. We're going to want these controllers very soon. One step at a time. One step at a time. Let's figure out the piping and the cabling. Oh, well, the cabling's going to require the controllers. Okay, so what do I want to do here? I probably want the waste pipe coming out of this wall like this. Yeah, I want to be coming out this way and then out and around and in there. So that's probably how this is going to go. That's too close to the edge. I think this is going to go right here, this air conditioner. I have a feeling that's where it's going to go. And once I have this hooked up, I can show you how the air conditioner kind of works. One of these pipes is going to be a waste pipe. I can actually I might have enough room to just run it along this wall. But when you're doing piping and cabling, piping and cabling, it's often hard trying to fit it all in, particularly into cramped spaces. And I don't like having like floating cables and things like that. So this here is if I hover over it, it says waste. See, it says waste. So that is the waste end. That's where the waste heat goes. And an air conditioner is actually a really simple device. It's a bit difficult to use it correctly. I don't know, when you first use them, they seem like these weird devices that are not going to be very helpful, but they actually are pretty good. Where am I going to stick a passive vent? Probably here. And maybe I can fit one in here. I should get 2 passive vents. I'm going to need them anyway. Where did I put my iron? Oh, good. So that's something else that needs to be done right now. So we'll just go vent, vent. So I'm going to want one vent probably like this. A power controller, I don't think it's going to be creeping in the way if I stick it out here. I don't think I'm going to be able to jam it in there. Maybe I can. Not now, I'm busy. Okay. There we go. So that looks good space-wise. I need to be able to get the cabling through here and around into a power controller. So maybe I can put a power controller there. We'll see. This here, can I get a vent? Yeah. I think this is going to work. So what you do is you have one of these is the output and one of these is the input. And what it's going to do is it's going to pull air from the input, so from this square here, and it's going to go into the air conditioner, which is going to try and cool it down to whatever temperature I set this to, 20 degrees, 30 degrees. I can set it to anything I want. And then it's going to pop out here as cooler air. And that extra heat that gets taken out when it gets sucked out here goes through this pipe here and into this. This is going to be my heat tank. And I want to heat this out. I'm going to stick a bunch of atmosphere in here and heat this tank up like crazy. I should actually do that sooner rather than later because it could take a long time for me to fill that up. I want to get this air conditioner going. Even if I haven't sealed my base yet, I'm going to get that air conditioner going pretty quickly. I want to space out these power boards. This is one of the hardest things I find, is just trying to fit stuff in. If I Oh no, it's backwards. Okay, there we go. If I just do this, is that going to be a problem? I'm going to be climbing over top of stuff every time I come in here. My main issue is getting to these buttons. If I have walls here and here, will I be able to squeeze through and access the buttons? The best way to tell, honestly, is to stick some walls there. Yeah. So let's just create some kit walls. The other power controller is going to be for the other battery. It looks like I've got tons of room here, so I could space this out a little better. Move this across, for instance. Maybe get this pipe out of the walkway. So I think I shifted it all for no reason. I can move this pipe across, but it looks like I'm actually not having any space issues. I ripped all that up because I wanted it not to be space. I wanted not to have trouble with space issues, but it doesn't look like I'm having any. So yeah, let's slap a wall here temporarily. This is not going to be a wall. This is going to be a window, but I actually want to see how cramped this is. It's not cramped going through here. Well, it's a little bit cramped, but what about here? Will I be able to climb over top of this, access the on button? Oh, it's pushing me through the wall. I need some plastic very fast. Get out of the way. Okay, I'm going to borrow some plastic from here because I don't want to shift silicon around. Wait, no, that's right. I heard a sound effect that I thought was wrong.
Hydration critical.
Not now. I'm trying to figure stuff out. I got 18% in here. There we go. That shut you up. No, it won't. Not for very long. Okay. There we go. Over 40. I get through to the warning symbol. So I'm going to be... This is going to be annoying. I'm going to be climbing over top of this thing. I'm going to have to jump every time I want to get through here. And yeah, I can actually fit in here. So I can access the on button. What's going on? Why did my display disappear? No, I liked that display. Maybe that's a bug. Maybe that display's not meant to be there. I'll hook that up pretty soon. Yeah, the main thing was can I squeeze in here and get round behind? I might even be able to squeeze out back here if I wanted to. But I can squeeze in here. I can turn this on. I can adjust these dials. That's the most important thing. I don't want to set up where I just can't fit through. Anyway, I'm not going to be touching that, basically. Like, I'm just going to be like setting it once and then that's it. I won't be going in there very often at all. I'm going to now angle grind these walls up because they're walls rather than the windows, which is what I want. I'm not going to put these on just yet. I might put the roof on. If it's going to give me a roof. It'll give me a roof one day. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to put any of it on. I might want a jetpack over there. Okay, we'll deal with that later. 2 walls. We'll give this poor man his plastic back. Yeah. There you go. Okay, so it looks like it works. It's very cramped, but I'm honestly not going to be in here at all. It's not actually an issue. So yeah, it's interesting. When you put it down, it shows the display, but when you turn it off, the display disappears. You can go and get it back again, not without power. So yeah, I'm happy with that. This can all be moved across. This can be moved across, and I can actually, I know, rework this again and get it out of the walkway, so I'm not walking over pipes and pressure regulators and stuff. Okay, fantastic. I'm happy. Let's go. And I'm pretty sure I'll do the tank. I'll do the tank first. I don't want that in the wall though, and I don't know if I want the cabling in the wall. It should be okay in the wall. So I can move everything across. I don't know, we'll see. I don't need any space between these. They can be hard up against each other. Yeah, I can stick this pipe back in there again. So I did all that pipe moving. I needed to anyway, because I needed to rip all that up and replace it with insulated. So when I'm moving this later, I'm also going to have this gas out in mind. We're at 41.7. Like I said, I wanted to run it up to 45. Let's just get this setup going. Let's start running the air conditioner. Let's hook up this battery, run the air conditioner. I need heavy cables for that. Do I have any heavy cables? I do not. So let's just start making heavy cables, which requires the minerals that are in here. In this machine here, what am I going to be making? I need more pipes. I want some radiators. They both require gold, so heavy cable is the highest priority. Oh, I didn't even mean to pick that up. Get out of my hand. Okay. Get in here. Heavy cable me, please. Cable, 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 cable. There we go. You need a lot of these. Did I leave anything in there? No. I gotta be careful. If an item accidentally falls in there, it might get grinded up. I just realized that. Like, if I'm... Yeah. If you put one thing in there, it closes up. So I'm thinking of just sticking something in there just to close that until I turn it on next. But that's a real issue that I never actually considered. Is a recycler can be dangerous, particularly if I do this, like I'm just creating infinite pipes. One of the pipes could pop into here, and then I lose half the resources. Quiet, lady.
Temperature critical.
So I just noticed a danger.
Temperature high.
I want to stick these in here. Oh god, what's going on here? Okay, so heavy cables, heavy cables, heavy cables. Let's go. But yeah, there is actually a danger there. Having the recycler close to your machines like that. The recycler should be located somewhere else, far away from the machines. I don't know where. Maybe move this cupboard and stick a recycler here or something, but it should not be right next to this machine. I wish there was a way I could close it. Yeah, it's dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. Important safety tip. Let's get one more of these for now. I'm not going to need all that much cabling. Honestly, it's just going to be connecting this up to here. Using heavy cables means I'm not going to blow a cable when I run that air conditioner. And this here, so this is the part that requires all the cabling. How do I connect it to my main line? Probably running up alongside the composite door like this. So I gotta be careful when I'm cabling up this airlock. It's actually honestly just gonna all connect to that cable there. Okay, so let's just get this along here. Whoops. Now I'm happy with the placement of everything. I also have to connect up the other batteries, so hopefully I have enough cables. Got 8 left. Is 8 going to be enough? Because I also have to connect to the power controller that's going to stick out of here. 43.5. Sorry, that was the greenhouse temperature right then. Yep, I'm good. Even going to have probably a couple of heavy cables to spare. Okay, and if I turn these on, they should start charging straight away. I'm probably going to have to up my power array, especially if I'm running an air conditioner 24/7. I think I'm definitely going to need to slam some more windmills out there, which is going to require more copper and gold, which is not what I want. I was about to run back and grab my other power controller. I don't need to, it's right here. The other thing I could use this space for is this power controller, but honestly, it's not needed. This is the only thing this power controller is going to do is connect wires up to my automated furnace, which doesn't currently exist yet. Okay, looking good, looking good. Time to put in the batteries. yeah, more windmills. These heavy cables are going to be very useful. I'm going to get my advanced furnace ready to plonk down as well. Go. Oh, I have to use a crowbar. I'm not sure why they chose that mechanic, but it's okay. I can turn this on. It doesn't matter. It draws 10 watts when it's turned on. I mean, I can close the cover behind. I think it's all still on. I think you can do that. I guess so. So it just looks prettier. Take batteries out. I actually like these open because I like to be able to see the battery inside and what level it's at. Also, I'm always running around the place exchanging my batteries for these things. Like this. So having them exposed is useful. But I mean, you can make it look pretty and close them all up. I'm just going to turn them on.
Hydration critical.
At the moment, I've got so much power, I honestly don't care about the extra 20 watt draw. Also, this is about to be. This is. Wait. I haven't started it. Okay, yeah. So as you can see, this is my air conditioner.
Air tank low.
Quiet. About to start an explanation, and she butts in. She's so rude. Okay, so this is my air conditioner. I've got a passive vent on one side and another passive vent on the other. So this is the output. This is the input. You could put these like between two rooms. You have like an vent in one room and a vent in the other room. So you could be pulling air from one space and air conditioning it and sticking it out the other and things like that. Generally, you just slap it all in the one room like this. It's going to be pulling gases from this square here and the adjacent squares. There's not going to be any adjacent squares, but I honestly don't care how efficient this thing is. I just want it to create heat. And it goes out through the output out here. So hot gas in here, cold gas in here. That's kind of the idea. And the extra heat is used to heat up the gases in here, which you don't need connected to a tank. You could just have a passive vent like outside somewhere, and it could just dump all the heat outside. It's not a problem. Or you could stick it into a vacuum room and stick radiators on it and cool that stuff. So you don't need to do that. Okay, I've got it wired up with heavy cables. If I use the normal cables, I will blow them. They'll just blow. They won't be able to handle the intense power consumption of an air conditioner. Now, I'm not going to start this up just yet because I have nothing in this pipe. Okay, these pipes here are just filled with the passive vent is just filling these. It's just sharing the temperature and pressure with the outside world. As you can see, this is the world, and this is the pipe. Identical. World, pipe, world, pipe. Oh, not quite identical. The pipe's only got 11 moles of CO2 in it. The world has, yeah. That basically says how much is in the pipe network, the combined network.
Caution.
Oh, fine. I'll get rid of that now so I'm not interrupted. So yeah, basically when you connect pipes together, they all just become one thing. And when you hover over the pipe network, it shows you the total amount of moles in that pipe network. I got nothing in here, nothing in the tank, nothing in the pipes. I'm going to fix that problem right now. I'm going to use an active vent, which is going to require my copper and gold. Out you come again. Copper, gold. Thank you. I'm going to stick that in this room, in this machine here. All this stuff is going to go back into this machine here. I'm going to start filling that tank up, and I want it pretty full. So we're going to go vent. I'm going to get my heat tank started and heating anyway by the end of this episode. My waste tanks are getting a bit full, so I'm going to have to deal with that in a moment as well. Did I leave this valve open? I did. How cold is my O2? Is it too cold? I just got sidetracked. 10 degrees. 10 degrees is actually fine. I like that. I'm going to close this. Yeah, and there's the trace amounts caused by the valve bug, which disappeared for a while and has now returned. Why did I make two active vents? I only wanted one. It doesn't matter. I'm going to use an active vent on my advanced furnace anyway, so it's not wasted or anything. I'm just going to active vent it from here. Honestly, this can all be part of. I can start using this battery for something. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to... Why does it do that? It's just so frustrating. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to connect this up to here. I'm going to connect it up to power, and I'm just going to start drawing atmosphere air into this pipe and into this tank here. So that's going to be the first use of this battery here. We'll just circle this around, no big deal. And we're just going to fill this tank up with just atmosphere. It doesn't need to be any special gas or anything. It might be better if it's X because of the transfer of heat or whatever. I don't know. I know X is a great coolant. Okay, we want this set inward. We want it sucking in. And we're just going to turn that on. And I'm just going to sit there. Where's my tablet? That's not a tablet. I'm just going to sit here filling this tank up with pressure from the atmosphere. And this pipe network as well. So I really want a lot of gas in here, but the problem is the more gas I put in, the longer it's going to take me to heat it up. But with this air conditioner running, it's not running yet, but with this air conditioner running all the time, it's just going to very slowly heat the air in the tank. If I can get that up to like 1,000 degrees, that's already really useful. If I can get it up to like 1,500, that's very useful. If I get it up over to 1,700, I could use that to make an advanced alloy all on its own, and I won't even need to do anything special. So I'm going to let that run. That's going to run for a while. I'm going to stop this annoying panting sound by drinking water, because I'm currently dying of thirst. What else is new? This row of water's gone already. Wow. I'm going to put... this vent's going to be used. I don't want to store too much on me because I'm having trouble with stuff. Let's turn this off for now. Okay, so I'm about to start running this air conditioner, and you'll see it function and what it does to this thing here. I'm going to switch off this very soon and just run the air conditioner and kind of just demonstrate what's going on without being confused by the fact that this air is coming in. That'll honestly almost do. Almost 2,000 moles in there. Now it's over 2,000. Let's just stop that now. Okay, so I've got over 2,000 moles in this tank, and its temperature is 463. It's just atmospheric gases. It's exactly the same percentage composition. It's just I've got 2 megapascals in there. Now I'm going to turn this little thing on. It's not going to cool anything. I'm currently trying to cool the atmosphere. I'm trying to cool the entire planet with one air conditioner. So it's obviously not going to do anything because the surrounding atmosphere is just going to take the place of the cooled air. You won't even notice a difference. It's 263.7, 263.9. So this one square is 0.2 of a degree colder than this square here. Yeah, you can see it's ticking up and down, 89, 89, 89. That's the effect that air conditioner is having. So what's happening is it's lowering it by 0.1 of a degree, and then the gas next to it pulls across, and the temperature shares with the one next to it, and gets it back up again. So all this is currently doing is creating heat. It's not actually doing any cooling. The atmosphere is basically infinite, so I'm not doing anything. Maybe if I run 1,000 of these things, no, it's not. I could run 1,000 of these things for days, and I'm not gonna be able to cool the planet down. Yeah, and all I'd be doing is taking the heat from the planet and trying to store it all in this one tank here. So as you can see, the temperature in the tank, and it's the same for the pipe network, is actually going up, 477.2, 0.3, 0.4. I'm very slowly heating this tank. Compared to the outside, 463.9. So it's 464 out here, 479 in there. So I've already created a temperature difference. It's ticking up very slowly. If I had 2 air conditioners, it would tick up at double the rate, and 4 air conditioners, quadruple the rate, and so on and so on. So the more air conditioners you have running, the faster the rate it goes. The problem is these things draw a lot of power. I'm going to have trouble with this battery at some point. I'm going to let that go though, while I'm not having too bigger battery issues. And I'm actually going to run this ActiveVent, and that's going to have the effect of cooling the tank down. So the air conditioner is heating it up, and the fact that I'm mixing it with atmospheric gases is going to be cooling it down. The net effect should be cooling, and yeah, it is cooling. So all this right now is it helps a little bit. I'm just going to leave that running, unless this battery really shows an issue. The thing I really want to do is upgrade this power array. I want another 2 lines of windmills. I want to complete this line. You see I've got the heavy cables there ready to go. I don't know what I'll do with that solar panel. I'll stick it somewhere. I might encase it in glass somewhere so that it's like stormproof in a way, and it's just giving me solar power through the glass. Okay, so there's it. That's it. That's my air conditioner. I'm currently trying to cool the planet. If I enclose my base though with walls and seal it all off, it will actually start cooling my base, which is what I really want to do. Not right now. Right now, I'm quite happy to cool the atmosphere. I want to get this furnace set up. I don't know. I might enclose. I might spend the last. Oh, actually, I'm out of time. I'm going to spend the last few minutes dealing with my waste tank situation. You just continue to cool the planet, my friend. Good luck. You're going to need it. If I run that for a year, it still won't make any effect. Okay, so I just want to get this thing here. The greenhouse, 46.9. Okay, waste tank situation. You're on hold. Greenhouse is what I want to do. I'm going to turn my cooling on. No, I don't need to. I just want to check what is the temperature. This 4.8. So I'm going to do a gas swap right now. That's going to be the end of this episode with me swapping the gases out. I really want to see how much oxygen I've produced. I still haven't put those grow lights in place. I'm pretty sure I'll get more oxygen if I just grow light all my plants up. So lots of projects still going on. I kind of put everything on hold to work on this furnace arrangement. I think I might try and, the next episode I'm going to be sealing the base off and actually start air conditioning the base. So I'll be doing that alongside my automatic furnace. So yeah, it's really hot in here, but look at that, 27% oxygen. There's 79 moles per square now. It's converting all the CO2 into oxygen. It's doing a fantastic job. I'm going to turn you off so I suck out as much oxygen as I can with this first hit here. The temperature 45.1. Okay, so let's do the same old thing as usual. Let's suck out a ton of oxygen, but this is hot oxygen. This is going to mix with my oxygen tank. This is why I wanted to do this first, because I want to see what my oxygen temperature is before I decide what my waste tank temperature is going to be when I flush my waste tanks through the system. Because this is hard. It's hard to predict what effect this is going to have on my O2 temperatures. It's much easier to control the waste tank temperature, the oxygen I dump in there, than control this temperature. So once again, I'm just going to run the pressure all the way down to almost 40 kilopascals. I'm not going to go below 40 though. Go below 38 and I bust windows. That'll probably do. Yeah. So what was it before? It was like 79 moles of oxygen. Now it's 49. So I've just pulled out 30 moles of oxygen per square. And I can't remember how many squares this was. It's a 3x5 with one more. So 16 times 30, 160 times 3, 480 moles of oxygen just got pulled out. I would actually like to pull out more. I'm going to run that and fill the pressure up. But I'm actually going to run both at the same time. This is pulling gas out. The other one's pushing gas in. What's going on here? What am I stuck on? And so the pressure on this square here hopefully won't drop. It is still dropping, but it's not going to drop below. It should like equalize out at some pressure, which I'm guessing is well above 40. But as I'm doing this, watch the temperature. The temperature's flying down. That's because my CO2 was really, really cold. And I got to be careful not to overdo this. So I'm probably going to stop there because I've got the temperature. Why is it? God, my computer's struggling or something. So the temperature, I'm going to get to this corner here. The temperature here is 26.5 and falling, but the pressure is only 72, and this is going to keep going till the pressure is 101. So I'm a bit worried. Look at the temperature here. I forgot. I was going to check if these plants got damaged. They didn't. But yeah, if the temperature on this square here drops to below 15, this plant here is going to start taking damage and will die. So I'm going to be careful. It's okay. So it's 22.3 here. That's mixing with my icy cold CO2 temperature here. So the temperature of my water is actually slowly dropping as well. That was like 44 degrees when I put it in. It's slowly equalizing with the room temperature. In fact, it would have equalized, it more than equalized with the room temperature because I was above that temperature before. God, okay, maybe it's the ferns that's causing my computer to look at that jerk and pause around. It's very uncomfortable. So yeah, 40-degree temperature water in here, which is really good because it has a net heating effect on my greenhouse, but it's not so bad. I'm not honestly going to leave this on. I can control it from the outside. But 20 degrees is nice. I'm going to leave the cooler off and let it heat up. And the amount of oxygen in here at the end, oh god, why is it so hard to control everything? It is 32 moles per square with a percentage of 10%. That's manageable. Sometimes you can run out of CO2 in your greenhouse and then all your plants just die. So you got to be a bit careful of that. And yep, okay, so gas swap successful. Next thing I'm going to do that at the start of the next episode. I'm going to empty all these waste tanks. I might start the video just a tiny little bit late so you don't have to watch me emptying waste tanks, which is a pretty boring thing to watch. We're getting there. The advanced furnace is coming down very soon. I just got to figure out the exact piping. I also need to make a canister storage. I got to remember to do that. I mean, yeah, I'll make the canister storage. It's easier if I use a canister. It's going to be a very, very like primitive setup, but it's like the bare basics you need, and you don't need any logic or anything like that. No ICs, but it gives you a functioning advanced furnace. I'm hoping everyone enjoys it. Everyone who hates dealing with logic and doesn't know how to code and doesn't want to use ICs, I'm going to show you how to use that advanced furnace without any of that complicated rubbish, without encasing the furnace in frames and doing weird stuff like that. Just a really basic, bare basic, simple furnace that will make you all your advanced alloys. So I hope you all stay tuned and watch the upcoming episodes because you'll get a glimpse as to how the basic use of the advanced furnace is. Okay, everyone, thanks for watching. I'm gonna start dumping these things in here now, and as I say goodbye to you, and yeah, I hope I see you all in the next episode. Bye for now.